Hi guys, and welcome to Cooking with Corgi, which is essentially what I am doing. We have Basil. She's being a little mongrel today. Come here. Give me food. She says, no, I will not. I refuse. Yeah, she knows that there's food. Stop it. You can't have the potatoes. No. I know you're a potato, but you can't have it. You can't have the potato. Today, we are doing an indoor cook. Just because you don't grill doesn't mean that you can't have delicious cookout food. Doesn't mean you can't get grill marks on your hot dogs. There are ways. So, today we will be making bacon cheeseburgers. We will be doing hot dogs and homemade fries. So, a lot of people don't get to have homemade fries. Maybe you don't have mandolin, or maybe you just don't know how to do it. Well, I'm going to do it both ways. I'm going to show you how to do it with a mandolin. I'm also going to show you how to do it without. So that way everybody knows how. I know there's only 2 of us in here right now, so that's fine. I don't know about you guys, but it is hot where I am today. It is like, whew. Yeah, let's find out. Hey Siri, what's the temperature today? So it's 91 today. What's the humidity today? Okay, so we have 78% humidity and 91 degrees. So, needless to say, it's very humid, it's very hot, and I'm already sweating because I had to take the dog out a minute ago. So, lovely combination to be frying and grilling in the kitchen. But you know what? Don't care. It's going to happen. We're going to have some delicious food. It's going to get done. So I'm just going to put my hair up so we can get started on this because, woo, buddy, it's hot. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's hot, babe. It's hot outside today. You were sunning earlier. She likes to lay in the sun room and get some sunshine. Sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. Yeah, you love the sunshine. Oh, that's so much better. We're going to put our apron on. The apron. I'm going to give you some water because hydration, especially in this heat, is very important. Gotta stay hydrated, folks. Gotta stay hydrated. We gotta work on getting a water filtration system because unfortunately our water does not taste good. Alright. So we're gonna be using russet, good old fashioned American russet potatoes. The reason we use these potatoes is because they're good and starchy, even though we will be rinsing off some of the starch. These are a good potato to do frying with. They're a good potato to do baking with. They're just a good all-around average potato. And that's what a lot of people use when they're cooking. You know, it's most available, it's most readily at your local market. Typically, you can get it just about year-round. So that's also something that I kind of look forward to, is being able to know that I'm going to be able to find it. So we're going to be working with russets. I've already washed them off, scrubbed them, got any extra dirt off of them. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be slicing up these russets. We're going to be frying them in peanut oil. Now, if you have anybody in your house that has an allergy, obviously don't use peanut oil. You can use vegetable oil. You can use corn oil. You can use safflower oil, but it's not typically used for a deep fry. Canola oil can be used for things like a stir fry. I've used it in a deep fry, but you got to be really careful because it's got a smoke point, so it can smoke. But again, vegetable oil is a great alternative if you've got somebody who's allergic to peanut oil. So I would say if you don't want to use peanut oil, use vegetable oil. So we're going to be using handy dandy peanut oil today. We got, we'll do a little woo on the Lazy Susan here, a little swivel. Swivel to the stove a little bit here. So we've got a rack here with our spider whisk and our tray. Now you notice I've got the little feet pointing up. I've got it turned upside down. That way it's a little bit closer to the paper towel so the paper towel can pull some of that grease off of the fries when we get done frying them. I've also got a Dutch oven here with a thermometer on it. The ideal temperature we're going to be looking for is 350. That's what we want to fry at for French fries. Okay, 350. Just think about when you normally turn an oven on, an oven comes to 350. So that's what you want to fry your fries at. So if you're ever like, oh shoot, what was the temperature she was frying at? If you're in America, turn your oven on. That's the temperature. Because it automatically just pops on to about 350 on most ovens. Okay. We're also going to be doing some bacon. We're going to be grilling in some cast iron because cast iron is the best way to get a good grill on our burgers. We're going to be doing burgers that are a sirloin steak. I know, we're going all out today, guys. So it's a sirloin steak. They take it, they just run it through, they grind it up, and it gives you a nice, good burger. I think it just does a lovely meat combination. I think that's just one of the best ways. Thank you. Yes, we did reach affiliate, so I want to say thank you to all of you guys who give me a follow. I would not have been able to reach it without you guys, so that is incredible. You'll notice now down below that we do have channel points. Oh my god. Thank you for the biddies. I also added sound effects for all of the new things. That is Basil on her taco. That's her taco toy. Her squeaky taco toy that she likes to play. That's this one though. It's your taco. So yes, that is her taco toy. So every time somebody donates, it will be Basil, actually, and that's actually Basil on her squeaker. Anytime we get a new sub, it will be her barking. So it's gonna be a fun adventure today. Definitely looking forward to hearing everything. So we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna get started. I figure we'll start with the mandolin. It's a little bit more efficient. You can get a pretty good cheap mandolin nowadays. You know, when they first came out, well, I'd say first came out. They've been out for a long time, but they've been a little bit more trending, a little more popular lately. So they've actually gone down in price. However, if you don't have a mandolin, don't worry about it. I will show you how to do this without a mandolin as well. Mandolins come with a guard. I highly recommend you always using the guard. Guards save your fingers, especially when you have giant blades shooting out from another object. So you just take your potato, press it in it, and slide. That's all. And it's going to give you resistance. That's why we use the guard. See how much of resistance I got on that? There we go. We'll get a little closer down, we'll give it a little push. Because if I wasn't using the guard, my fingers could be gone, y'all. Alright. I'm going to grab some of that out. And that gives us nice, skinny little French fries. Stop, girl! We making fries! Alright, we're going to immediately, I've got a bowl of water over here. Just cold water. And we're just going to breaking them up into the water over here. And the reason we're doing that is because we don't want our fries to turn brown. Okay? We want to keep them a nice, pretty color. You don't want that starch to go bad and just start clogging up the outside pores. We want to be able to get a nice, good, crisp French fry. We don't want it to be all Limpy. Okay. When we're getting down to these guys, we'll save them because we'll actually use them when we chop up the others. Alright? You go and grab them. So I'll probably do 3 on the mandolin, and I'll show you how to chop 1 on your own. I'm just doing potatoes. It is such a handy machine. It makes it so much faster. And I especially say when you're doing the fries, always use the guards. And people are like, oh, I don't need the guard. Oh, I'm good. I didn't got. Use the freaking guard, okay? My brother is a chef. He uses the damn guard, okay? Pardon the language, but it's needed. Because if you do not, you will mess your hand up. It may not happen today, it may not happen tomorrow, but it will happen. Okay? There's a guard for a reason. I always say, like natural selection. There was a guard made because somebody, somewhere, messed up their hand and they needed to make the guard. Honestly, we may not even need this many potatoes. That's a lot of potatoes. A lot of Fiji fries. But the nice thing about this is you can make fries in bulk and do what we call a flash fry and freeze them in your freezer and then save them for later and then pop them in the oven and cook them. And then that way you've got fries ready to go for the next time. And that way you can make like flavored fries. You can do like Parmesan and rosemary, which you guys have seen me do on the Discord and stuff sometimes. Ooh, that one's a toughin'. See, there's a reason we use the guard. You gotta have some arm muscles for this one. My goodness. Goal! I'm gonna go rinse that off. Oh, that was beautiful, folks. That was absolutely beautiful. Basil's like, what in the world, Mom? What in the world? It's got some resistance. Yeah, I wouldn't stand over there. It's not going to shoot into your mouth, honey. Alright. Somebody should clip that. Potato goes flying. Whole body nerf it. Alright, so we've got our fries chilling in this big old bowl of water. Might have even needed to do a bigger bowl, to be honest. I might switch to a bigger bowl. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys. Put this over here. See? What to do if you don't have a mandolin. So you're like, well, I want some skinny little Frenchy fries, but I ain't got no mandolin. No problem, okay? You can do this yourself. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to cut layers in your potato, and then you're just going to cut some nice little slices. So you're going to want to make sure, I'll take my rings off here. You're going to want to make sure that you're grabbing, when you're grabbing the potato, with your knuckles like this, because you don't want the potato to slip and it catch your finger and go, oh no, my finger! You want to make sure you got a good grip on your potato, okay? So the first slice I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this potato in half to give us a much better solid surface to work with. Okay? Got a good, it's in there. See, it's in there. It's not going anywhere. So now I'm going to put my hand on top and slice down. Okay? Got a rotten spot. I'm going to chop that out. Don't worry about it. Ain't no biggie. Happens to the best. It's okay, potato. Your life's not over. All right. So now we've got a good flat surface to work with so that we can go in and make some slices and then chop it from there, okay? So we're working in a little bit more of a reverse format than what a lot of other chefs, some other chefs might sit there and chop that potato thin, roll it out, and then chop it. But I know a lot of people, especially like if I was trying to show my husband how to do this, or maybe a younger child, they're gonna have a little bit of difficulty holding that roly-boly, topsy-turvy potato. So it's a lot easier to cut that potato in half, do some slices, lay those down, and then slice them. So that's what we're going to do. We got this potato nice and flat on there. And we're just going to use our knuckles as kind of like a reference of how far back we're going to go. Okay? So you can see we sliced back. We just went back there to get a nice good reference of like a French fry. And it doesn't have to be perfect, so don't worry if it's not perfect, okay? And if you get halfway through and you're like, I can't really grip that, that's okay. Turn the potato around. You can still get a hold of it pretty good. The nice thing about potatoes is they're really starchy, so the starch will help hold it together pretty well. Okay? So now we've got all these nice, long layers that we can then lay on their sides and chop into nice little French fries. And this is just the easy way to do it for somebody who maybe doesn't have a mandolin and wants those nice little French fries for themselves. Also a great way to be able to take these leftover guys and still get fries out of them. I like those fries. I always think they're the tasty ones. And you can grab on top and press down too if you think you can't get a good grip. You can do that as well. Should have grabbed a bigger bowl. That potato just shot, man. It just went, thunk, because I have a metal trash can, so it like echoed massively. I washed it off, so it's good, but that's just, it's getting washed, rinsed again, and then fried, so trust me, the potato's good. It's clean, but it's freaking hilarious. Plus, I'm not in a professional kitchen. If it was a professional kitchen, obviously, that potato would be going to the garbage. But I'm at home, and it's just me and Ted. So that potato ain't getting wasted. Now we got our fries in our water bath, which is going to be so heavy. But we want to make sure we're in here with our nice little water bath so that these guys can get a good rinse, get some of that extra starch off of it. And you'll notice the water will be kind of like a slightly pink or brown. It'll almost look like it's dirt coming off of the potatoes, but it's not. It's starch, and that's the starch color. You'll even notice some little white foamy at the top, and that's also the starch. Okay. So while these guys sit in this water, next thing we're going to do is we're going to heat up our oil. Doesn't it though? I mean, it's the 4th of July. You gotta have some burgers and fries, man. I mean, this country is basically built on food. Let's be honest. All right. I am going to move you guys to a better viewpoint. So, let me do that real quick. You guys always get to hear the lovely snap of the electric, not the electric, the magnetic cord. All right. There we go. That's better. All right. So what we're going to do here, it's going to take a little bit to heat up, actually. So we'll probably cook bacon while it's heating. Gotta freaking open the oil. I went and got it last night because I was like, I'm out of peanut oil. No. Gotta go venture to the store and get some freaking peanut oil. Nutella. Okay. Nope, I did not add anything to the water. It's just water. If you want to, you can always add some ice cubes. But nope, just water. And now I just stand here with a lovely bucket of oil. And what I'll do with this oil is I will actually strain it once I'm done and reuse it for frying French fries again. Woo! Okay, let's not splash quite like that. Can you not splash quite like that? I said no splashing. I said no splashing. That's better. There's something about oil jugs. I swear, they want to make it so that they always splash. That's so annoying. No. No splashing. You want to make sure you have enough oil in your pot. If you wanted to lightly pan fry these, you don't have to do this much oil. I mean, you can see I use basically this whole thing. You don't have to use the whole thing. You don't have to use all the oil. You could do it, you know, just in a pan with some oil up to the edge and do it in very, very small batches. So you don't have a lot of oil, but you got enough that you can work with and you just want to keep reusing it. You can do that. You can do it with a small amount of oil. But the best way is that way, that the fries have full surface tension with full coverage with the oil, and that it's getting all the nice coverage. And you know, you just want to make sure that the fries getting all the love and attention that it needs from the oil to make sure it's getting good and crispy. Okay, we're going to turn this on to about medium so that we can just get an idea. We got our thermometer hooked up in here, and it's going to tell us what the temperature is when it gets to the temperature that we need. We're going to set that all aside. Trying to figure this out, folks. It's always an entertaining bit here. So, because we're going to be cooking our burgers in cast iron, we're going to be cooking our hot dogs in cast iron, but we're going to cook our bacon in a ceramic pan because it's just easier to get out of. I can pour the bacon grease out into a nice little dish and reuse it, which is something I like to do. I'm going to get actually one of my smaller, that was loud, one of my smaller pans. How much noise can I make today? It fits. Okay. We're gonna go around town. It's like one view to the other. Okay. We gonna cook us up some bacon. And I've just got a plate here with some paper towels on it, so when I pull the bacon out, I got some paper towels to transfer it to collect the oil. Got a nice little dish to put my bacon grease in once it's done. Got some tongs. And of course, the bacon. I like to use applewood smoked bacon. I think it has a nice flavor profile. That's what we like to use in this house. Yeah, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while for that. Okay. I crank the heat a little. Alright, so on this burner, we're going to turn it on, again, to about medium heat. And we're going to let that pan get nice and warm. So what's everybody doing today for the 4th of July? Anybody got any fun plans? We are going to sit here and eat this delicious food. Your tomato got into the... Oh, you did that. You threw a tomato. It's fun to throw the tomatoes. Do a tomato. I like the tomatoes. Nice. Sometimes it's nice to just relax. There you go. Have a glass for me, sir. Have a glass for me. So you can just kind of feel the heat over the pan. I'm not putting my hand in the pan. I'm just kind of hovering over it, and you can just kind of feel some heat coming off of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab my bacon. And I'm going to get it down in there before it starts getting too sizzly. I can usually get about 3 in here. Hi, Days. Basil immediately smells bacon, and she's like, bacon. I'm going to grab my bacon press and drop it. You can always heat these up in the pan before. Some people think that helps. It works. I mainly use my bacon press not necessarily to cook the other side, but to just keep my bacon flat and from curling up over the edges too much. Sometimes my middles just kind of shrivel up real bad. Basil's just down here wagging. You smell that, Basil? Come here a little bit. You sniff to the right. You sniff to the right. She says, I want that bacon. I want that bacon. You like curly bacon? I like to be able to have some form and still be able to fold it in half when I need to put it on the burger. But I also want to make sure that I'm getting it cooked on all the sides that I want. Plus, the nice part about having this is I can just take that nice grease and put it right on in my pan for my burgers. Alright, we got some stickage, which is going to happen in just about any kind of pan you got. And this is not a clean meal in the least bit. Now with the fries, you could always do sweet potato fries instead of russet potatoes. And instead of using brioche buns, which is what I like to use, you could always use lettuce wraps, or you could go with some keto bread and be able to go with, you know, something that's a little bit more diet friendly. But my husband is thin as a rail and he eats everything anyways, so I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Yeah, that's getting too hot. It's getting too hot. I usually cook like everything on that burner, so it's interesting to switch things around every now and then. Thank you, Grease, for jumping on my arm. I see you lurking, Sad Girl. Take care. Thank you for the lurk. No bacon. You will not burn today. Although I like some more crispy sides. Ted likes chewier bacon. I like crispier bacon. What are y'all's preferences? Okay, turn the heat back down to a little bit, about like a 4. Woo! I do believe that one is a little smoky. That one will be mine, because I like mine super crispy. Ted, not so much. Alright. Put that one aside. Go ahead on the next one here. Ew! It burns! It burns! We're just kind of flipping the bacon in the pan. Get it nice and coated. And bacon is really per your preference. Everybody cooks their bacon differently, and it depends on your stove. You know, I could try to tell you, you know, cook your bacon for 3 minutes, and you could end up eating it raw. I could tell you cook it for 5, you could end up burning it. You know, honestly, you have to go with how it looks to be able to tell if you've cooked your bacon properly. It also depends on the cut of meat, how thick your bacon is. If you've got a thicker bacon, obviously it's going to take a little longer to cook. Our oil's heating up over there, which is good. Don't keep flipping the bacon. Now the reason I'm flipping this one a lot more is because this one is for Ted, and Ted likes his bacon chewy. So in order for me to help keep from burning certain edges and to ensure that all of it is cooked but chewy, I'm trying to make sure that all the edges get cooked a little bit better. So with his, I don't really use the press as much. I might do it a little bit. We are cooking for 2, me and Ted. Although we will put some aside here. Maybe we'll eat some for lunch and we'll have some for dinner. Ted eats a lot more than I do. But he is like this big around. I will have to eventually put a picture in the Discord of how small my husband is. Because nobody ever believes me with how much he eats. I mean, he runs and stuff, but he is a skinny boy. And yet, he eats like a linebacker. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Alright. So we've got the difference between Ted's bacon and my bacon. Mine's got more crisp. This is more chew. Alright, we're going to take this off the heat. We're going to turn the heat off. I'm going to put this aside so that it can cool down because it's smoking right now. We've got our oil, not quite there, but we're getting close. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get the water off of these french fries. Okay? So what we're going to do here, grab towel, and you can use tea towels, you can use paper towels, but the thing is you want to make sure is that they're really good and dry. That's the important part. You got to make sure they're dry. I'm just going to ignore how bad that tray looks, but I'm just going to use this tray. I always cover these with aluminum foil. And what we're going to do, this is what I use because it's very, very helpful. If you happen to have a salad spinner, this is very helpful. If you do not have a salad spinner, you can let it drip dry on a tea towel or some trays for a little bit longer. But it's more helpful if you're able to get a salad spinner. This, I think my mom bought for me at Walmart, like $5 or $10 back when I was in college. So the fact that I still have it and still use it, I'm trying. It's not really working. It's beyond me. Boop. Okay. So what I'm going to do, take the lid off. It's got a nice little basket in here. And I put this in a bowl because normally you would do this over the sink, but I do this so that you guys can see me, so I just grabbed another big bowl to act as my sink. Alright, I'm going to grab a handful of these, and I'm going to place them in here. Maybe 2 handfuls. Okay. I'm going to put my lid on my spinner and spin it. What I'm doing is I'm shaking water out. Skipping. Might be a little too heavy. Slow down. Increase the speed. There we go. Here's a good example of what will happen to your potatoes, because these were the pieces I cut off that were the rotten bit. If you keep them out, see how that's so much more yellow? You want to make sure you keep them in the water, so you're ready, just about ready to fry. Alright. So I got a towel here. Got these guys. And I'm gonna shook them out, laid them on a tray with some paper towels. And I'm just kind of rolling them around on here, trying to make sure there's any extra moisture that possibly could be there. It's just gone. Okay? You are a thick boy. Don't do this at all. I see some and I'm like, my home fries, and I'm like, you could be a little thinner. Picky. Now we're going to do is check on the oil here real quick. Just about there. So these guys are going to be our first fry batch. Okay. Thank you for the lurk, listener. I appreciate the lurk. We're going to grab another batch. We're going to put them into the salad spinner. If this bowl is too much water, I'll empty it out. You normally do this like in the sink or over the sink, so you can have all that water down in there. Boys, in comparison. So I want to make sure, like, even though I'm looking at them in comparison, I want to make sure that my fries are pretty much all the same size so that they cook evenly. So that's why I'm going back to some of the ones that were my home fries and making them a little skinnier. But I mean, if I had done them all at the home fries, they would have been perfectly fine. I just want to ensure that they are all going to cook the same. Okay. And we'll just dry these off on the It's like you guys are like, oh, this is the boring part. When does it get to the fun stuff? I want to see the burger. So bacon, I want some burger. So Basil's thinking, Basil's like, you just cooked bacon and I didn't get any. Where is that bacon? Alright, that's that second batch. You can see I'm just kind of covering them with a paper towel to kind of help reduce the amount of oxygen that's getting to them while they're waiting for the fryer. Alrighty, we have reached our fry temperature. So I'm going to bring you guys over here. Just a second. Whoop. Doing like the limbo or some lighting cords here. It'll be nice when we get the second camera view for you guys. Just gotta still figuring out the logistics. All right. So you can see here, we went above our fry temperature. So what we're doing now is we're trying to lower the temperature. So we turn the temperature down. Another way to lower the temperature is to put just a little bit of oil into the pot. And what that'll help do is that'll help drop the temperature down a little bit. Yes, Basil, it'll drop it. Going on that oil. We don't want burnt fries. We want them at 350. So we're trying to cool that oil down. Because right now, our little thermometer over here is at about 380, and we want it down here. So it's back here. We want it down here. So it's starting to lower. But the thing about cast iron is it really holds its heat. Really holds it. It's like a magic pot when it comes to heat. Yeah, no splashing when it's that hot, my friend. We're just gonna do this. Boop. Hello there! I'm gonna grab some more fries. Put them in the strainer. Because they gotta be fried. Cut them. They gotta go. You gotta fry these. So we submitted an emoji. And it's a Basil hype emoji. She's got little paws up. She's like, hype. This hype right there with the little paws. So cute. Hopefully it gets approved soon. I made it the other day. So I'm excited. Put it in the Discord for you guys to see. So what we're going to be doing with our French fries is what we're going to be doing is called a double fry. And we flash fry them first. So we're going to fry them and then put them on the rack, let them cool, get of them, and then we're going to put them back into the fryer for a second fry. Now, if you were making a large batch of these and you maybe wanted to have some for another day, you would do the flash fry, which is you just do the first one, let them cool off, and then you put them immediately in the freezer on a sheet tray where they're separated out. And then the next time you want to eat them, you do like 450 for about 20 minutes. Sorry, 425, not 450, 425. And that's a great way to be able to have partially cooked fries, or you could even fry them up again. Which is what we're going to be doing on some of this today. We're going to be doing some fries to eat, and then some fries to have for need or another day. Okay. Alright, so we're going to get our fries here. We're going to use our spider whisk, and we're going to gently drop them down in here. You can also do it with our hands. Make sure you're not splashing. And that is going to rise up. So you want to make sure that you've left enough room in your pot for the extra boil from that oil. Okay? We're going to set our timer here for 3 minutes. Just going to give these fries a little bit of a stir. Make sure they're good and incorporated. It may not even need to be 3. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do our first one, pull it all out already, because that oil was hot. Still kind of hot. It's at 350 now, so we helped cool it down. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and pull them out. So our first flash, only about maybe a minute. Because it was just hot and ready to go on that one. Woo. Okay. And you're not going to put any seasoning on the first one. You're just going to put them on that rack and let them sit. But you're not going to put any seasoning. Like, get in there! Get in there! Okay. Those are good stir. Put a nice little timer on there. Then we're going to go to these fries over here. We're going to spread them out. Want the oil that's on them to drip off. You'll also notice when the fries have come up, because you'll start to see they'll float. They'll have some bigger bubbles going on around them. And you'll start to see some browning just ever so slightly on them. So you do your flash fry anywhere from about 2 to 3 minutes. How many types of fries can I name? Let's see, French fry, home fry. Ooh. I don't know, there's not a lot of fries for me. I mean, there's different kinds of potatoes. There's like hash browns, hash style. I mean, I can name potatoes for days. How many kind of fries can you guys name? I can only think of, trying to think of like different fries now. Oh yeah, then there's waffle fries, curly fries. Forgot about waffle fries and curly fries. Crinkle fries, sweet potato fries. Caught me off guard there, sad girl. You caught me off guard. Steak fries. Yep, you guys got me. Chips, cheese fries, seasoned fries. You know, fries are, you know what? It's hard not to like fries. That is so true, sad girl. We will be putting some seasoning salt on our fries today. You know, sometimes we like to do rosemary and parm, but today we're just going to go with a traditional seasoning. Because that just seems like the way to go with these burgers today. It does smell pretty delicious in here though. Garlic fries, cheese fries, rosemary fries. I mean, if we start going off of flavors, this could be endless. Sriracha. Endless, bottomless fries. I mean, it's endless. Our oil temperature has dropped a little bit more. We want to crank it back up. So you got to keep an eye on your oil temperature because when you're adding in fries, it's going to drop. So you might have to crank it back up, turn it back down, crank it back up, turn it back down. You just got to keep an eye on it. The limit does not exist. Yeah, there's too many. There is no limit. So you can try to set a timer when you're doing this, but if we're honest, when you're doing fries from scratch at home, it always depends on your oil, how your oil temperature is set. It's going to be hard to keep an eye on that and always making sure it's at that perfect temperature, which you can. You can sit there and you can wait till it's that perfect temperature, but I guarantee you, you're going to be very, very hungry. Just like we're doing a really long, relaxed stream today, guys. In case you haven't figured that out, we're doing a long, relaxed stream. We're not going for a short 1 hour. You know, we're cooking, we're taking our time, we're talking, and we're just, you know, prepping and having food. We'll turn the oven on and keep stuff warm when we're done too. We'll go ahead and do that now. Let's do 170. That's the lowest temperature, I think. Yeah. Hey, Basil. You want some bacon? Peggy. So, think of it like a baked potato. You typically, oh no, I'll have to switch you guys around. Think of it like a baked potato. One baked potato per serving. So, now I went ahead and did 4 potatoes today because I'm going to be taking some of these and freezing them for later. But typically, 1 potato is going to work for 1 person. And now notice these had to stay in a lot longer because our oil temperature dropped so low. Which means that these ones will have sipped in some oil, which is not good. We don't want that. That's a sad looking fry. See how it's all we don't want that. That's not what we want. That's not what we want at all. Whole body's perfect. Stuff happens. Yeah. I do that with Ted too, though. But usually, with Ted, I usually cook for like what is 4 people because he eats for like 3. Let's be honest. Oh no! That's second row. It's on the stove. It wasn't on the floor though. Get these fries out will help also raise that oil temperature back up. Alright, we're just gonna spread these around so they can cool, drip off. Heat up your oil, get to your right temperature. Sometimes oil is frustrating. Second helpings, with fries, I'm not gonna lie, maybe do like, if you're doing for 2 people, I would say maybe do like 3 potatoes. It's hard to sit here and see this bacon and just be like, and not want to put it in my mouth. Had to plug you guys in. It got angry. Alright, so I'm gonna leave these potatoes in the water and I'll fry them up probably after stream. So I don't want to just sit here and just fry a bunch of potatoes with you guys. That's kind of boring. You guys want to get to the food part, the fun stuff. Alright. We're gonna let that continue to rise, get to its place. I'm gonna go ahead, bring down the skillet here. It just looks like a black void. It's got some bacon grease in it, so I'm just kind of letting the bacon grease run around. Coat the pan. I'll keep peering over there. Keep peering at it. Hello, salvagers. I am making bacon cheeseburgers. Here's the bacon. And I am making, drop something, French fries and hot dogs. We are having a cookout inside. We did our flash fry on our fries. They are hanging out over here for the first flash. We're waiting for the oil to heat back up again. We're gonna do our second fry, sorry. Also got another batch of fries over here, which we cut today. Cut out our nice Frenchy fries. Just waiting for that oil to get to what it needs to be. But we're gonna go ahead and cook up our burger. I'll figure out what's gonna be a better angle for you guys. Whee! Oh my goodness. Power cord. Stay plugged in. No, that was not better at all. I apologize. We'll just go back to here. Alright. Got our burger. Now these are made from sirloin. And patted them out into a burger. Put some parchment in between them. Ba-boom. Burger. You know, you can go up to any butcher counter at a market and say, hey, can you grind me up some sirloin for some burgers? And they will do it. They got a grinder back there. That's how they do all their meat. I'm just like peering over at them. Alright. We're going to go ahead and heat up this cast iron over here. Go about a medium. We are going to season our burgers. I'll put stuff where you guys can see it, which is funny. Some salt. Some garlic powder. Some pepper. And we'll do it on the other side. Pepper. My friends posted a meme the other day, and it was like, breaking news, garlic powder doesn't go on everything, and we were like, what? I just thought it was kind of funny. They use garlic powder on so many things. Alright. Get nice and hot. Yay! Our oil is where it's supposed to be. We're going to put these flash fry in over here. The last flash fry batch. Oh no, you're about to have a grease fire. No, we ain't. You good? See how close that rose? See, that's why you gotta make sure you got good space in between there. And why it rises like that is because of the moisture in the potato. Alright. Garbage. Garbage. Grab the second one of these guys. This guy is nice and hot. We're going to go ahead and put our burgers on. And we're going to leave them. We're going to set a timer for 4 minutes. We are not going to touch or flip these burgers for 4 minutes. We're going to leave them as is. Very important. Good points. I'm making all kinds of a mess today, y'all. It is a mess day. Hot. 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 All right. I use oil. Depends on what kind of oil. Like this cast iron for my burgers, I will use bacon grease, sometimes olive oil. It depends on the cast iron. So for my cornbread cast iron, it's vegetable oil. For my griddle cast iron, it's safflower oil and vegetable oil. For this iron, it's bacon grease and vegetable oil. Oh, we left one. Oops. Sometimes we get some of these little stragglers get caught behind the piece there. All right. Slide these over. Basil is praying that I drop some so bad. I see her face. She's like, please drop one. All right. Do a press. And we're going to flip it. Do another little press. Set the timer again for 4 minutes. And we're going to leave it alone. Hi, Nettie. We got some burgers. We got our vent hood on. If you're grilling inside, I always recommend you have a vent hood. If you do not have a vent hood, have all your windows open and a fan pointing towards your stuff towards the window. That's very important because it will get smoky. You're lucky to have a nice vent hood, even though it is literally as old as I am, and I am not joking because this house was built the year I was born. And this vent hood was put into your oven for it. But it is still functional and the grid is still clean. I clean it, so it's good. Alright. Got our oil back up. We're going to do our actual fries for our fries now. We're going to grab them. Drop them in. Carefully. Not burn yourself. This is our second fry on these French fries. Okay? Get a little press on those burgers. Getting a shower in grease today. Alright. What we're looking for in our French fries is a nice golden color. See that golden color? Ooh. Yeah, you guys can see it. Like to scoop those guys around from their fat. Kind of separate the fat that's pushed out of them. We're going to lay those on that tray over there. We're going to grab our seasoning salt. We're going to give them a quick douse. And then we're going to toss. Because we want to do it while the oil is still slightly warm and wet, so that the seasoning salt will stick to them. That's good fries. Alright. We're going to take our burger off the heat. We're going to put it onto the tray with our bacon. A little extra of those on there. Alright. We're going to slowly switch pans here. To the hot dog pan. We're going to grab cheese out of the fridge. I like white. Ted likes yellow. It's cheddar. So I'm going to put a yellow on one and a white on one. And I'm going to pop this plate in the oven. The oven is set at 170. Thank you for the video. Alright, so we're going to put this in the oven at 170, and that'll help melt the cheese and keep it warm. Our next taco. We're gonna put our fries. Got a little timer here. About 3 minutes. Just as a reminder. Put a little oil on here. Even though I've already oiled it, just in case. We'll turn that down. We're going to grab our hot dogs. This is a grill pan, so it has the grill marks. And I like to use these hot dogs. These hot dogs are uncured, all beef hot dogs. They're delicious. There's no antibiotics. They're simple truth. You can get them at Kroger if you got a Kroger or a Harris Teeter. Thank you. Alright, we're going to let those grill on here. We're going to get our fries out. As I can see, they're already brown. Nice and toasty. You get fries that like to get behind the thermometer. Again, since those are still hot, the oil, we're going to hit them with a little dash of the seasoning salt. So that's what we're seasoning today. You know, sometimes we like to do rosemary and Parmesan. Today we're doing seasoning salt. See that one fry hanging in there? And we're going to give those a toss. Alright, now here's where the magic happens. We roll the hot dogs. We just roll them. You'll already start to see here, they get grill marks. That's the beauty about a grill pan on the inside. Is you can grill, literally grill hot dogs inside. Corgi bitties! Think you said girl. Yes, that is Basil's squeaky toy. So she has a squeaky taco that she loves to play with. That's one of her favorite toys. Alright, we'll put this last batch of fries in here. And again, if you make too many fries, you can always do a flash fry and then freeze it, which I have some fries left over and I'll be doing that today. And then that way, if you ever want to bake them in the oven, you can. You would just do your flash fry for about anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes for the first one, just to get that slight browning. Then you would take them out, lay them on a sheet after they dry on the paper towel, lay them on a sheet tray in the freezer, and then you can bag them up, and then you'd be able to reheat them in the oven, 425 for 20 minutes. And then you would have nice French fries anytime you wanted them. So it's a great way where if you're like, oh, I don't want to fry up a whole batch, cut all those potatoes, well, you can just cut a whole bag one day. Just sit down, cut a bag, put them in a big bowl of water, or even fill the sink with water. Alright, so we're going to roll our hot dogs here. And sometimes it's like a balancing game with these hot dogs. You're like, it doesn't want to stay where I want it to go. That's okay. It's part of the fun. Indoor grilling time. rolls. Alright. This one's getting difficult. Sometimes you just gotta move them around so they listen. So go ahead and turn that off. I am a plain girl. I like my hot dogs plain. I know, I'm a weirdo. I've done the ketchup and mustard, I've done the onions, I've had them all, but once you've had a good, pure, delicious hot dog, it's perfect plain. Alright guys, gonna bring you over here real quick. So we're going to our toaster oven. We've got our brioche burger buns and our brioche hot dog buns. These ones are St. Pierre. These are French recipes. And they are freaking delicious. So I'm just going to toast them up real quick. Probably hearing crinkle, 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 crunch, 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 crinkle, crunch, crinkle, 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 crinkle. So much crinkly noise! Alrighty. You guys are probably like, why are we staring at a toaster oven? That's all. Alright. Coming over here. Just making sure they're nice and toasty. Broche. Yeah, you had, what was it, brockie? Brockie? Y'all are saying brockie buns? Brioche. The pronunciation is brioche. Brioche. So, we're going to toast them up. Y'all had me cracking up the other day. When he gave you a correct pronouncement, I was still laughing. I was like, oh, you guys. You guys so funny. Woo, it's smoky in here, baby. It's smoky in here. Alright, now we're going to grab some burger buns. Woo! Throw that lid down. I threw it on the ground. I threw it down. Where's Bobby? I pulled the hot dogs off of the heat, so they're no longer on the heat. Now what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to pop those hot dogs into buns. See, it's nice that you can get beautiful grill marks on a hot dog. inside. Don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise. Okay? Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. Alright? We're going to pull this out of the oven. You can see our cheese melted. Our bacon's warm. Our burgers are still warm. Got our fries. We'll grab our brioche buns. They're now nice and super toasty. Super toasty. We're going to grab, making sure ow, that's a hot, that's a bottom, that's a top. Okay, good. Sometimes I've accidentally put, like, the burger on the wrong part. It's happened. It's been funny. We're going to give Ted his chewy bacon. He likes his chewy bacon. Gonna give me my crispy bacon. And I'll do a cut in half on mine to reveal the burger for you guys. Because it was in the oven a little bit. It might be a little cooked more. I don't know. We put this burger on this plate with these hot dogs for him. Grab some of these fries. You know what? Let me taste these fries first. Let's see if they need any improvement. They could use salt. And some more seasoning and salt. All right. Thank you. Once again, even with mistakes, you know, we all mess up. Nobody is perfect. Fries there. Alright. Alright, now what I'm going to do, gonna put you guys up here. Turn you around. Alright. Put my brakes back on, because we done cooking. Alright. Grab my knife, because I've always, I brought that up so quick. Knife! Eat! Alright. She's crazy! She's a maniac! Alright. We're going to do a burger reveal. You guys always want one of these. You guys are crazy to me, but I feel like I'm always ruining my burger cutting it, but I'll do it. Squishing the bun down. Alright. Yeah, it's not too bad. Alright, you guys. I don't have nearly enough light to show you guys anything here. There's your burger reveal. Still got a nice little amount of pink in there, which a burger should have some pink. That's what it's supposed to. Got your layer of cheese, your bacon. Sometimes I like to put a fried egg on there with some crispy, crunchy onions. But we got a lot of food going on. I'm probably just going to eat this hot dog and some fries and save this burger for dinner for me. Alright, you guys. Thank you for sticking around for our indoor cookout stream today. You want to say bye? You want a fry? She's like, yes. Alright, bring you guys around here. We'll move this monstrosity over. Let her pull a fry right off. Come here. Come here. You want fry? Whoa. Fry? Sit down. Sit. Sit Get your booty down. Thank you. Oh, give me that fry. You're a good girl. Alright, you guys. Well, that's it for us today. We made burgers and hot dogs and french fries from scratch. It was delicious. I hope you guys had fun. Thank you guys for all the biddies and all the emotes. Hungry! Yes, Ted is probably starving right now. So I'm going to call... No. I'm going to call him down and say that it is time for lunch. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. I know Basil appreciates it when she gets treats and stuff on stream, so happy 4th of July, everybody. I hope you guys stay safe and have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your families and your time. And oh no! Something happened to my computer. There it is. So, alright everyone. Have a great rest of the day. Bye!